We starting the podcast?
In
3,
2,
1.
You're not supposed to say 1.
Audio sync.
You're not supposed to say 1.
Shut up.
That's the rule. You only say 3, 2, and then you go.
Yeah, that's if you're
Recording
okay, I don't want to
audio?
get into it.
That's when you're recording
audio. I
audio.
don't want to get into it.
You're right.
No.
Yeah, you're 100% correct. And welcome to the Toasted podcast. Hi, everyone. My name is Jacob. This is Ben. And we are Avocado Toast.
He's the avocado, I'm the toast.
Yeah.
What? No, pause. Anyways.
Yeah.
So, first topic we're going to talk about today.
Not that you're the avocado.
Elon Musk shot a rocket into space with a car.
He did. He put a car in space and it's orbiting in space.
Which is pretty... And he literally did it because he could.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be on Elon Musk level. That's all I'm trying to say.
He literally put, out of all the things, he decided to put a car.
Might as well put the
I actually
fastest
watched
car.
it.
Did you really?
Well, I didn't watch it live, but I watched it this morning. It was kind of cool. I thought it was neat. Bill Nye thought it was really cool.
Yeah?
Yeah, he was pumped for it. He's like, yeah, he was pumped. Bill Nye felt like
there were a bunch of memes that came out of it. Mm-hmm. Like, they had, a world map. Mm-hmm. And then...
Oh, there's a lot of memes.
America was in green. It says countries that have a car in space. Countries that don't.
There was and then there's people putting other people in the car.
Yeah, in the car, yeah.
Which, there's a couple good ones. I encourage everyone to look them up.
I mean, every day, just more and more, it seems like if he's like the ultimate James Bond villain.
Yeah.
You know? He launches cars into space. He sells flamethrowers.
Yeah.
You know? He's want to tunnel through the earth.
He created PayPal? Or is that what it is? Yeah, he did PayPal, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Co-founder, yeah. Who would have thought? And if you look at pictures from him, back then when he started PayPal, in the 90s,
mm-hmm.
just goes to show money makes you more attractive.
Yeah.
He literally reverse aged himself.
Yeah.
He was losing his hair. Now he has more hair than he knows what to do with.
Yeah. It's probably because of money.
Yeah. Yeah.
He could pay. He literally could afford to pay somebody to figure out how to get his hair back.
Mm-hmm.
And then pay somebody else to get that hair back.
Pretty much.
That's the way that money works.
Yeah. It's funny because remember we saw a video once where he was answering questions from people.
Yeah.
And man, just
it just shows how inferior most people are to his mind.
What are you gonna do with a toilet on Mars? You have one of the most successful people in the world, and you ask him about the fucking toilets on Mars.
Yeah. It's
why?
Very interesting. And then there was one guy who was who wanted to be a chairman for him or something.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He was all these other people. He was basically as if he was God's gift to him. He was like, "Oh, Bill, we're not hiring, but thank you." I mean, he handled it well, but it's he's not necessarily a public speaker, and I don't think he thinks of himself as one.
Yeah.
But it was just man, he actually composed himself.
I love how when people ask him a question, he will literally pause and wait till he thinks up an answer, then he'll respond.
Yeah.
He doesn't try to come up with something. He'll give you an honest answer.
Yeah.
When that one dude is do you think Apple's car is gonna be a competitor? He'd be like, sure. Yeah, they
who
make a car.
was the other one? He's at Google. He was like, do you think Google's gonna be? He's like, no. It's Google's not even trying to make one.
Yeah.
And so, but he's like, Apple. He's like, yeah, of course,
sure,
yeah.
Probably make a great car.
Why not? They probably will.
See, that just shows he doesn't care.
Yeah,
he doesn't care what other people are doing.
He's not doing it to compete with anyone. He's just doing it because he can.
Because he can. Yeah, that's just the best way to do something.
Yeah,
because you can.
Yeah, because why not? That's pretty cool. I actually listened to a few different things of his. He has some interesting thoughts. His thoughts upon us being in a simulation.
Yeah.
That's or it's was it a simulation or it's basically we were created by other intelligent beings and that we're it's be like us being created in Sims.
That's crazy to think. I mean, anything's possible at this point.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Who knows?
It was crazy. I was watching a a video on this fitness dude named Rob Lipset, and he was talking about how if you compare like all of humanity's existence, right? We've been alive for like millions and millions of years, right? Mm-hmm. And you compare how long the internet's been around. It's like there's such a stark contrast between the two.
Yeah.
And you see how long social media has been around, which is like half of that time.
Right.
And you see all this craziness that's just coming out. Like, people are tripping. We're just in the beginning.
Yeah.
Like we don't know what the hell's coming, right? Mm-hmm. We are lucky. People say, oh man, this time sucks. There's so many bad things. No, you are living in the greatest time of probably all of mankind because you are seeing the beginning of it.
Yeah.
Right?
You're not seeing the end of it. You're seeing the beginning. And there's another theory too. This is kind of a funny one, that we are all living in Ed Sheeran's dream. That's a legit theory that I found out about literally 3 days ago.
Wow.
Because when you look at him and you look at like somebody like a Beyonce, you just go, we got like that's the only explanation. He's like a below average looking guy, no offense, and he really is like an average singer. So then they're like, yeah, we're all just living in Ed Sheeran's dream. That's all that it is.
That was the best delivered joke, bar none. Yeah,
you're welcome.
That was great.
That's I'll be here all week. So today I watched on Twitter, because that's how I consume all my news.
You watch Twitter?
I
read
Twitter.
But,
No, I watched it because you can post videos on Twitter. Mm-hmm. I don't know if you know this.
Yeah.
I think you can Can you still live stream on there?
Yeah, I've used Periscope.
Yeah. And it was this dude named, I think his name is Jacob Copeland or something like that. So he was offered to go for these scholarships, full ride scholarships to play athletics. I believe it's football. It is football. Where it was either Tennessee, Alabama, or Florida Gators. And his mother was sitting to his right of him, and then he had like his friends and family around him, surrounding him or whatever. Mm. And he was like, I am going to go too. And he puts on the Florida Gator hat. Boom. Mom gets up pissed off. She was wearing an Alabama sweater and a Tennessee beanie.
Wow.
Clearly did not want him to go to Florida. and she legit, on TV, on national TV, gets up and walks away.
Wow.
Yeah. And people were so pissed. They're like, "What is going on? There's no way."
That is the great. He is now my favorite football player.
Yeah, he's now. Not only does he have a great first name,
yeah, right,
but he then decided
that
he was gonna go against his family.
I'm gonna watch the Florida Gators this year.
Yeah.
I don't watch college football because you can't do fantasy college football.
Yeah.
Right, but I will watch college football this year.
I'll just watch the Florida Gator games just to see how good he is,
and probably the Fresno State games sometimes.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that. Yeah,
it's
whatever.
It's been a while. It's been a few seasons.
I graduated there, It's like I might as well watch.
But but there's like reports. I guess now she realized that she was being a BITCH, and then decided to.
The ones who are that don't really realize that, and that's why they are what
I don't know if she came to the realization in herself. I think what it was is that she realized she was on national television acting like that, and then eventually came back and gave him like a kiss and a hug and was congratulating him. Instead of being, I think she realized that she was so blessed that her son has the ability to have 3 Division I colleges wanting to pay him to
it's
come
either
to
that or someone told her that as she walked off, be like, why are you stupid?
Yeah, why are you stupid?
You got one of the most talented sons in the country and you about to walk off.
Yeah, like people are literally watching this right now to see where your son decides to go to college.
Exactly.
Nobody cared where I went to college. Nobody cared.
Yeah.
My parents didn't even know I was trying to go to college. Let alone like was sitting on national television and deciding it by putting on a hat.
Exactly.
And so she came back and gave him a hug, but I thought that was so interesting. I don't know how, like he composed himself. I was very impressed by the dude. Mm-hmm. He took a second.
You know what? That
clicked a pen, put it back down on the table, and then said whatever he said.
Because see, you have to have gone that through multiple times in your life to know how to deal with the situation.
That's my mom.
You know what I mean?
She is.
Yeah, you're like, oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Because people with parents that are like extra like that, they know.
That live through their kids.
Yeah, they know. They like you get to a certain age and you learn how to deal with it, and you know exactly how he knew what she was going to do.
He knew what she was going to do.
Like
he wasn't surprised.
She raised your ass. You have to know.
You knew exactly
what was going to happen.
You knew that she was going to be upset. You knew that. But I mean, kudos to him. Kudos to him. What's up, buddy? Kudos to him for deciding to do what he wanted to do, to go against his mother's whatever. I just know she didn't want Florida Gators. I just know that for sure. I don't even know where they're from. I don't really know much about it, but I thought that was very interesting today. You know what else was very interesting too? Staying on the theme of football, Butler. Remember how he didn't play?
Yeah.
Did you notice that he was crying in the national anthem? He had found out right before the national anthem that he wasn't playing in the game.
Really?
Yeah. Like literally right before the national anthem, they told him, hey, you're not going to be actually playing in the Super Bowl.
Wow.
And they gave him no reason also.
Really?
There still is no, they said, it was just they wanted to put the best players in. Give themselves the best opportunity to win.
See, that just goes to show it don't matter at what level you're at, you'll still encounter something.
It's like, what are you talking about? That dude played 97.8% of snaps the entire season.
He could have won them the game.
He basically helped. He was a major part of getting them there. He started every game except for the Super Bowl. Couldn't even believe it. And then what was funny is that he was like, I didn't lose the Super Bowl. Y'all lost the Super Bowl.
Hey, but that...
He's like, last time I played the Super Bowl, we won. Yeah. And I was like,
that's true.
He ain't lying. He made the interception at the end of the game.
But I bet you that defensive coordinator was trying to be like cute. Like, oh, you see, we won.
But it wasn't him. It was Mr. Head Coach himself.
Really? Belichick?
Mm-hmm.
That dude fucked up.
Yep.
He's on his way out. Bro, okay, you know what makes me weak?
I thought it was so
I saw a posted on Instagram that was like, well, now that Tom Brady lost the Super Bowl, he's not even in the contention for greatest all time. Joe Montana is undisputed now, and he's not even in he's basically out of the conversation for me. You dumb as hell.
What?
Tom Brady is.
It's been an 8 of the last.
I'm a Niner. You know I'm a Niner fan.
Mm-hmm.
I've been a Niner fan since I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
I will admit Tom Brady is the greatest of all time. What player? Name one. Ain't no player better than him. What player?
The man threw 500 yards.
500 yards with no weapons. One weapon. Gronkowski. That's it. That's it. He made things happen that shouldn't have happened.
Yeah. He's an amazing football player. But yeah, with the Butler too. I mean, I don't know how I would feel about that. I feel like I wish that why the decision was.
I would be like
came out, but
I'd be like
what's
it, Earl Thomas in the middle of the season when he played the Cowboys. He walks up to like the head coach, he's like, "Hey man, hey, holla at me later on."
Let me know what's good.
Because like the Seahawks are basically falling apart, but Earl Thomas is still dope, and he's like, "Hey, Cowboys, hey, if you need a safety, like, holla at your boy." You know, imagine if Butler and Earl went to the Cowboys. Ooh, the Cowboys could actually do something.
Yeah, they struggled this much, but anyways, yeah. So that I found that out today. I thought that was interesting.
That kind of makes me sad though.
Yeah,
it's like
for me, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if I would have cried. Maybe I would have, but I felt like what a slap in the face.
Yeah,
like what a straight up like
disrespect.
We don't care. It's like it has nothing to do with your loyalty. It has nothing to do with anything. It's just you're not playing. We don't care. All business.
Well, I'm glad they lost now.
Yeah. It makes me go, yeah, I'm glad you deserve to lose for doing things like that. Because to me, it just shows lack of character, lack of integrity in those moments. I mean, I don't know. Again, I don't know all the details. But to tell that man, you knew before the national anthem that he wasn't playing in the game. You let this dude suit up, warm up, get the team hyped, pump them up, and then go, oh, by the way, you ain't playing, bro. Like,
I hope he goes.
We could be down.
I hope he goes to another team.
You ain't getting in. Well, I'm pretty sure he's up for free agency. Isn't he?
I wouldn't be surprised if free agent
Sure
get his ass out that place.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I'm glad they lost Jimmy G, and I'm glad Jimmy G's with the Niners.
Hell, I know you are. But
Undefeated, never losing a single game ever again in his life.
Yeah, it made me go, wow. Like that, they deserve to lose for stuff like that. I hope, yeah.
Anyways, the Eagles got their win. They destroyed their city. All is right.
Yeah, all is right. Because it wouldn't have been a Philly win if they didn't,
There was a dude on Snap, because okay, this is the new thing I do now. It's like whenever there's a big event, if you want to see it happen live, just go to the Snapchat map, and you can see all the crazy ass stuff that was going on. I missed this one. There was some dude eating horse shit.
Wait, for what? Because they won?
Yeah.
What?
He's like, yeah. Everyone was like, yeah. I was like, why?
Why? That's disgusting.
Yeah.
That makes me want to throw up.
Set things on fire, broke into places, rioted, The classic Philadelphia way.
Yeah.
There's no other way to win.
No other way.
By destroying.
Not in calm, celebratory fun.
But
you gotta eat horse.
I'm glad. I mean, I'm more happy for Jay Ajayi that he got his ring as a way to
Yeah.
You stupid ass Miami Dolphin head coach, not knowing shit ass.
Yeah.
Get out of here, dude.
I didn't know he was from London.
Neither did I.
I had no idea. I found that out on the Super Bowl day.
That's a crazy name. Cool. You know what's crazy is that a lot of these players' names, if I knew someone in real life that had that name, I'd be like, man, that's a unique ass name. But in the NFL, that's kind of like you kind of don't see it like that. Like Alvin Kamara, that's a badass name. Mm-hmm. That is a badass name for a badass player.
Jacob Jones,
who's hella dope.
Badass name.
No, Mark Ingram, that's memorable.
Yeah,
shit like that.
Jacob Jones
is not
memorable.
So even Earl Thomas, it has heart.
It almost rings like Jacob Jones.
No. Anyways, but yeah, so that hella sucks. Also, another special thing about today. Today is my first completed month of my cut. Officially dieted for 1 month. I started on the 7th of January. So my total stats down 8 pounds. Wanted to hit 10. Maybe I, messed up a couple places, but I've fixed my diet for the most part. And then I started to
Did you start to spread the food out, like I was telling you?
I cut out a lot of fat. I was way too much fat in my diet.
Yeah.
I was 50 grams over the amount that I had allotted myself.
Wow.
I was at 56. I was consuming 100.
A day?
Yeah.
That's a lot.
Well, no. I'm supposed to eat 56 grams of...
You bet you were doing 100 grams.
Yeah, 100 and something. Yeah. I didn't realize it was the avocado. I love me some avocados, which is why I went avocado, and I love bread, which is toast. So I love avocado toast.
That's how we came up with the name of the channel.
Well, but it's basically carbs, and it's avocado plus anything that has carbs in it. That's what I loved. So I had to cut the avocados out, unfortunately. But once I did that, I noticed I started to get a little more cut. See the striations as it you can see actual muscles. I didn't even know there's anything there. I was like, oh shit, But yeah, that really helped. And then increasing protein as well. I've also moved my food to earlier in the day.
Are you still getting hungry?
I got really hungry today, and I ate. So in the morning,
did you? Have you been?
I did
6 times a day.
I had a protein shake in the morning, and then I had 2 rice cakes. No, I had a rice cake, and then I had granola, and then I had my lunch, and then I came back here and had a couple more bits of granola. Because I was super hungry before the workout, ate the granola, and then I got super hungry during the workout, which pissed me off because my stomach started to growl, and I was like, oh my god, dude, this hella sucks. Even right now, I want to eat, but I know I can't eat. I want to eat so bad. I had a whole cup of white rice. I mean, it fit into my calories, but that's a lot of carbs. On top of it, I had 4 eggs, still fit into my calories. And then I still had calories left over. So what did I eat? I ate something else. Oh, I'm sorry. I ate one of your fruit by the I needed that had a good amount of stuff in it that it was added to. But yeah, I ate all that, and I could still eat, but I'm like, no, I gotta.
Did you get coffee?
Push back. Tomorrow is when I'm getting coffee.
You did not get coffee.
Tomorrow.
That's what I really want right now.
But yeah, so I've hit that. So I'm just glad I'm hitting at least one of my goals. So I would say overall, I mean, for like month 1, I'm on the track. Technically, I've invested more, even though my crypto is taking a shit.
Well, it's going up right now. Bitcoin's actually everything's going up right now.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Honestly,
Everything's going back up. But it's just, it's just...
I'm gonna give y'all some advice if you buy into
Christmas
crypto,
season. Yeah.
right? Hold that shit.
Just leave it in there.
Just leave it in there. Don't touch it. Don't even look at it.
I don't even think about it.
Throw in what you can afford to lose, and just ride the wave.
I don't even think about it.
Ride the wave. So yeah, and I'm also on track for becoming better at like the camera stuff. I've Insta vlogged an entire over a month now, which is pretty cool. And just there's a lot more I got to do to hit this list, but I'd say I'm getting there.
Yeah,
I'm getting there.
I am really excited. Well, I mean, as far as lists goes, what's nice is that I at least got this podcast started.
Yeah, exactly.
That was on my thing. Getting back in the gym soon, which we've talked about, but I really am excited about that. I want to read a couple books, more books. I actually got something that people probably don't know about me is that, anxiety is a thing that I have to deal with on a very regular basis, unfortunately. But I've been wanting, Summers gave me a book to read. And then I still have another anxiety book that I have on the bathroom counter right now that I want to finish reading.
Dude, reading it's so hard.
It's hard for me.
Well, it's not that it's hard. It's that like I stare at the page, I read the words, and then my mind just wanders off.
Yeah.
I just start thinking about other shit.
But that's my goal.
But today, I read a book.
A whole book.
I read 9 pages, which is impressive for me.
Got it.
Because I can barely make it past the first paragraph.
Was this a 9-page book?
Unfortunately, not.
Got it.
But it's a book by. I want to get the author right because it's very important because he is
an author.
He's not only an author; he's a very
human being person.
Very interesting human being. He oh my god, I'm so pissed off. Wait, hold on. I got it. Okay, hold on. Give me like 2 seconds. Fill in the dead space with noise because I want it to be dead. Da, 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 da. Okay, the book is called The Art of Learning. And it is by John
Wick?
No, John. I would read a book by John Wick.
Yeah.
It's John Waitskin. Fuck. See, this is why I can't read.
Yeah.
Josh Waitskin.
It's
Josh
not even
Waitskin.
John. It's Josh.
Fuck. Josh Waitskin.
Got it.
Okay. So this dude.
Josh Waitskin?
Josh Waitskin.
Got it.
He doesn't have that because I think he's Jewish. But Josh Waitskin, right? He wrote this book called The Art of Learning. Right? He there's actually a movie on him called. It's about because he's a child prodigy in chess. Like
interesting.
He was a national champion. Like he was destined to be a grandmaster, like to be one of the greatest in chess of all time. And throughout the reading, like the first 9 pages of the book, he talks about how he lost his passion and motivation to do chess because although he was extremely good at it and he was obsessing over it and all this stuff, he let like the fame from the movie and like all this stuff get to him, and then he realized that he wasn't even focusing on chess. He was focusing like how he looked and all these superficial things, right?
Yeah.
And he talks about how he got into Tai Chi, right? And do you know what push pull or hand? It's called hand. It's like wrestling, but in China. It's like Greco-Roman wrestling. That's the best way I can describe it. Basically, it's like you just.
I think I know what you're talking about. But
yeah. So he went from a national chess prodigy to being a national representative for that sport. And it was crazy because he said that as he learned at Tai Chi, he learned all the movements and he did all this stuff. He felt like the feeling of starting something anew and not knowing anything about it and learning it and perfecting it. That it excited him. It drove him. And he was saying that this is all in that first 9 pages. He was saying that as he learned the art, how to like flow like your energy and how to like channel stuff like that and like to calm your mind and everything. When he would go, he did like a 32-man chess match, and he noticed that when he was playing chess, he wasn't playing chess. He was doing Tai Chi. The computer's dying.
No, it's cooling down actually.
Nice. I love. Did you hear that?
I'm sure they didn't hear it, but you did.
Okay. But basically, what he was saying is that he then became obsessed with this, and then that push wrestling is something that he committed himself to. But this book basically talks about how to learn, like how to be effective at learning, because he made it to a national level in two completely polar opposite things.
Yeah.
Right. And that in and of itself is a skill, right? So for me, and it was kind of goes back to what I was saying in the last podcast about how things I want to obsess over.
Yeah.
I feel like this book would be perfect for me because it'll give me the tools to reach a certain level of mastery, you know, and all these things. Not to say that I want to be like number one top in the world at every single one of these things.
Right.
But there is a level that I want to achieve, you know, for myself.
Right.
That I don't think I would be able to do on my own. You know, because I honestly don't have that ability, you know, for like to be on this guy's level, right?
Right.
So I'd rather just read the book and learn like what skills he used to attain that, you know, and help myself out in achieving those goals, you know. But very, I think you would love the book. The first few pages just captured me. Right. I was like, man, I have like open. I'm gonna finish reading it though, but it was such a good. It was just so interesting, like his whole thought, like how he thinks. Like I feel like I could like relate to it a lot in the sense that like becoming like wanting to become obsessed and get good at things. Right. You know, or like just like how he does it. Yeah. You know, but yeah, I need to send it to you. It's really good.
Because I feel like anybody who's good at anything gets really obsessed over it. And they spend a lot of time, they really put all their mental energy and physical effort into what they're doing. And I from even like with past experience as well as with a lot of people that I listen to, a lot of things I know is like combat sport really builds discipline, and it allows you to it's just like doing any kind of physical activity like that, which it sounds like that's what he's doing is like too, is it really builds a lot of good things in your life. I highly encourage anybody to learn combat sport or even just for a short amount of time.
I mean, at some point I want to get into it because it's such a good like workout. Yeah. Overall,
it's a good workout. It's, you know, and you learn how to like, you know, get beat up and get back up again.
It's very humbling.
You can do that in your life. It's pretty tight. I mean, me and you have like done like sparring and stuff. Like you know, we've sparred a little bit.
Yeah, but I want to get like more like in depth with it. Like practice it a lot more. Like,
is there any like specific style that you would want to learn?
Muay Thai, Muay Thai and Wing Chun.
Yeah, Wing Chun's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. It's very much so like a counter attack style.
That's why I like it. I like that style. I like the movement. The movement is so elegant. You know,
for those of you guys who don't know what Wing Chun is, that's the style that Bruce Lee was one of the first style that he learned. That's Ip Man's style. That is fighting style is Wing Chun. And then Bruce Lee ended up developing Jeet Kune Do, which is his own personal fighting style.
Isn't it like the Way of Water or something like that? Like
I think that's what it is. Yeah, but it's a very direct, very forward fighting style. It's very much so on the offense, as opposed to Wing Chun is more not. It's not necessarily on the offense. It's more about but you do want to overwhelm your opponent, but it's not about like powerful attacks. Yeah. In as much as Jeet Kune Do is, but it's both very exciting fighting styles.
Yeah, that and then Muay Thai like really gets me because I don't know. I like how powerful it is, and I like how like you have a solid like you always seem to have like a solid defense. You know, I mean you can go more like offensive with it, but after seeing like Tony Jaa, he's hella dope.
Is that what he does?
He does Muay Thai.
Really? I thought he did something else too.
I'm pretty sure it's Muay Thai. I'm pretty sure.
It could. I thought it was a different fighting style than Muay Thai, but it could be. I could see where it could be.
I just want to use the thing that's strongest, which is my legs. You know, like, and Muay Thai is centered around that. You know, but you do have like the jabs and stuff like that. But I don't know, Muay Thai and Wing Chun. Like, I feel like those two, like, although they're like kind of opposite, but not really. You know, they're not completely different styles, but they're both really defensive. You know,
it can be,
yeah. But yeah, that's what I would want to focus on. I mean, jiu-jitsu's cool.
That's what I would want to do.
Like, if I were to say,
I
hey,
need to get better at my ground game.
Like, if someone were to be like, hey, let's take a class, I'd pick jiu-jitsu. Right. But if someone were to be like, become like extremely well versed in one, like, I would pick Wing Chun.
Yeah,
I would want to be super well versed in Wing Chun. You know, not to say that I wouldn't want to be well versed in jiu-jitsu, but Wing Chun is just more appealing to me. You know, I just like the way it is. But I would want to do jiu-jitsu solely based off of like the overwhelming positive that I've heard about it. You know, and how like it just betters you
and the strategy.
You know, overall, it just just improves you as a human being. Yeah, you know, like you can't like improve yourself too much. You know, so might as well do everything you can.
Yeah.
You know?
And I feel like a lot of combat sport does that, but those are extremely popular as far as that goes too. Which, why not?
Yeah, anything to like control them, because like for me, like wanting to like go beyond like my mental, because it's like honestly, it's really hard to like know your limits. To find those limits, and then 3, exceed them. Yeah, like those may all seem the same thing, but someone could be doing something and they don't know where they stand, and even if they know that there is a limit, they don't know how to get to it. Yeah, right. And even then, once you get to it, you have to go beyond it, right? And that's that is so hard. That is such a like, It's weird.
And a lot of times we put limits on ourselves. Yeah, a lot like there's.
But here's the weird thing: is that everybody can break their limit. Like, surpassing your limit isn't something that like a seasoned fighter or like weightlifter, like anybody can do it, right? Because I feel like it's innate in like human nature to have the ability to go beyond. You know what I mean? Because like if you look at it like as like a species, like for humans, it's like innovation. Like it's innate in us. Like we want to do better and better and better. Like progress beyond where we once were. Right. So you have that like it's in you. You know, like it's there. It's just whether you choose to feed that or like starve it. Yeah. You know. So I don't know. It's just so like it's so like I'm like all this stuff. It's really just because of how much I've been working out, right? You know, and it's and it coming from like being this way for like 13 years, right? And making this drastic of a change, right? Like you really got to dig deep and like look inside yourself and see, okay, what am I like? Am I really improving? Am I really like going beyond? You know, and it's crazy because like a couple days ago, like I worked out, like I left everything in the gym. You know what I mean? Like, because from listening to this guy named CT Fletcher, he's like, don't like leave everything there. Like, put in your 100% in the gym.
I don't know if you remember too, like how we used to work out together all the time. I stopped working out with you because I said you didn't work out hard enough. Do you remember that?
No, I just stopped working out.
Like, no, you were still working out, but it was when we were at
from how I remember it. I just remember I just stopped going.
No, you were still going. It was when you were going. It was when we were here, and I was trying to work out with you again at Gold's, and then I was like, "You're not working out hard enough," so I stopped working out with you. But then you started picking it up.
I don't remember that at all. Yeah, I don't remember it. I remember just not doing it because I didn't want to. Yeah, and that I just wasn't there.
You weren't motivated.
Not even motivated. Like I just wasn't disciplined. It just wasn't like the discipline to consistently go and like try
to tell yourself like, no matter how you feel, I'm gonna do this.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's not an easy process.
No,
Yeah,
I decided since I'm already here, I might as well give all that I have.
Yeah. I mean, that's basically what, because so one of the people that I have, like, I just think like I'm no one when it comes to this, but I just try to share my knowledge when I can. And one of my coworkers, like, I'm trying to help her lose weight,
right?
As you know. But she came to me. She's like, I lost 6 pounds, and it was funny because I was talking to her, and I was like trying to like put her on a path to success, right? Mm-hmm. I said something, and I was like, fuck, that like motivated myself, right? Mm-hmm. I told her, I was like, if you ask anybody, give up 1 year of your life, and you can be in the best health you've ever been in for the rest of your life. Like, would you do it? And she's like, yeah, of course. I was like, exactly. Like, who wouldn't? But what are you willing to give to get there? Mm-hmm. And she's like, yeah, she's like, she didn't really ever think about it in that way, because she was telling me how like she can't eat this pizza or she can't have as much wine. And I told her, I was like, hey, you don't have to give that up, but give it up for this year. Right. See where that takes you. Yeah, see how much better. See how much better the rest of your life is gonna be. What was that saying you used to always say? Make the rest of my life the best of your life. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and even like Gary talks about, like he says he puts it this way, like eating shit for a year, or eat shit now, eat shit for a year, and then eat caviar for the rest of your life. Yeah, and the premise.
What's crazier about that is that you don't have to do it for
you don't, and that's the reality is. I mean, you do. I mean, you always have to work hard if you want to continue to achieve success and go to a new level each time, but it's. A lot of times we quit because, we create these, like I said earlier, we create the limits in our mind. We're like, okay, it's time, like, oh, this is too hard. I want to stop, or I'm getting tired, or, I just don't want to get up today. I'm not going to go to the gym today. I'll go tomorrow. Yeah. Instead of going, I'm going to go to the gym today, but maybe I won't go tomorrow. And then doing that every day, just deciding, when you're like, I need a rest. With Jocko, like I was saying, like we talked about this before, it's the same thing.
If you don't want to go to the gym, you go to the gym.
Yeah, you go to the gym. And so...
I'm not going to lie. Saying that didn't get me to go. You know what did get me to go? I mean, it's different for everyone.
All right.
It was just thinking about, okay, if I don't go to the gym, what's the alternative? I just sit here. I just lay in bed longer.
Yeah, like what is me laying here longer?
Yeah, like am I? And this is the way I put it to myself. I'm like, if I don't go to the gym, what am I gonna do that's gonna be as or more productive than doing that?
Yeah.
And I can't find an answer.
Yeah.
I haven't found one yet. Yeah. Because there isn't one.
Yeah.
Right.
And then there'll be times where I'm like, I don't really want to do this right now, and then I'll be like standing there like, I literally have nothing better than that to do. Yeah. So I'm going to do that.
Yeah.
And so same thing like with this podcast or whatever. Right now it is almost 11 o'clock at night, and we're recording this podcast because we're like, what else are we going to do? Mm-hmm. And like we might as well do this podcast because we're gonna do it. Be disciplined about it. Be consistent about it.
Dude, I was tired on the couch. I was like, I don't know why. I was just sleepy. I was like, you know what? What if I just close my eyes, just go to sleep for? I was like, no. Why? Why? How? Like, I've never had a nap that made me better in the gym. Mm-hmm. I've only ever felt crappier. Yeah. So why don't I just get up and go now? You know. And then I had like an amazing workout. Yeah. Like I've had 3 in a row. I count them, see how consistent I can be in like having like good ones. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like if I didn't go today, I would never have experienced that. Mm-hmm. And the value is way more than if I didn't go and I just chilled at home. Yeah,
it's just mindsets. It's just where you just decide that this is the life that I want to have. Yeah. And then doing that. There's a lot, like I said, the limits are 100% on us. We are 100% in control of our lives. That's something that like I didn't even realize up until a few years ago that I would, like, for a long time, I always thought that my life, I was just like going through life, and that it was going to be this like destined thing, and I was one day just going to basically win the lottery, and then everything was going to be okay. It was just going to happen. And the longer that I live, and the more like people that I listen to, people who I look at their lives and see, like, man, that's a certain level of success that I would like to see, or I see something about their life that I would like to obtain. And I realize it's not this like thing that's just like winning the lottery. It's literally every day working towards that thing.
Yeah. It's how they say it's the process, it's the journey. You know, it's
falling in love with that and not winning the lottery.
Yeah, and it's like what I had posted about yesterday. Which if you haven't seen, go check out my story. It was one of my favorites.
On your
my Instagram story.
Your daily dailies.
Yeah, my daily dailies. That Kobe speech, man.
Yeah.
Every time it gets me because it's like when you get lost in that process, like, yeah, have your dream. Yeah. Say, okay, like, because like it's good. You know what I mean? Like a dream, a goal, call it whatever you want. There's a place you want to be.
Yeah.
Right. And when you're working towards that, right, and you're getting like lost in it, you always do something greater. It's happened time and time again. Yeah. You don't ever see a super tell me one successful person that was in an interview and they were like, oh yeah, I knew this exact thing was gonna happen, right? No, they did something beyond anything that they could imagine that they were doing, and that part, that's what excites me. You know what I mean? Because I have a vision that I want to attain, and I'm like how much, like if that's what it is, and it's proven time and time again, how like how we see the future of like everything being, right?
Yeah.
And to know that it's going to be even better than that, it's like why wouldn't you like just put it all in?
Yeah.
You know, like why not?
Yeah.
Like there are so many people that I know personally that are better than me. And they're probably better than me in podcasting. They're probably better than me at video editing, at photo editing. Yeah. They're probably better than me in a lot of things.
Probably.
But for whatever reason, you know, they may be personal, it may be professional, whatever the reason is, they just choose to not do or like even like focus on those things. Even though I know for a fact they would be extremely successful, right? But it's the part, and I know what it feels like because I've tried to do a lot of, like, we've tried to do videos before. We've tried a lot of things, and a lot of the times, like, I get embarrassed, I get discouraged, I get so down on myself because it's just it's like a failure before it even starts, right? But because I didn't like give up, because I didn't like say, oh, whatever, like, I guess it wasn't meant to be, you know, I just kept trying because there was something in me that I feel, this is just me personally, I feel I have the ability to talk and I have the ability to connect to people, and you have that feeling inside you too, you know, and that's what's leading us like to do this podcast, you know,
and do the YouTube channel and to start our own businesses.
Yeah, like, to be honest, like that fitted video, I'm glad I made it the way that it was, because I've never been disappointed more in myself than I have been when I watched it, because I know where my talent is, and I know how good it could have been, and it wasn't. Yeah. You know, and I'm not gonna take it down. I'm gonna leave that up as a reminder. You know what I mean? Like this is what happens when you let mediocrity take over.
And it shows, but it also, not only that, it's gonna show your progress. The thing that's good about failure is that you look at that and you can learn from it. You learn more from failure in life. There was something I was listening to today where it was talking about like human psychology, and basically that. Humans don't really learn big lessons or make big changes after the age of 25, typically. And so basically, as adults, I'm 27 right now.
I'm 25.
And you're 25.
We turned 26, basically, 28 this year.
Yeah, it basically means like, hey, like, this is, you know, that we've learned what our lessons. And we're typically, you can't teach a old dog new tricks kind of thing. But then in that they all, in the podcast I was listening to, they also said, but there is a thing that human beings do learn, and they learn from major loss or failures. Yeah, that's when you're over the age of 25. That's when you really start to learn. I was like, man, that totally resonates with me. From the failures and losses that I've had in my life have caused me to learn more and want to do more and want to be more than what I am today. So, and
if you feel like we're talking about you, then it's probably you.
We are talking about you.
Yeah, then we are talking about you, and it's probably you.
About you right to your face.
I will still believe in these people until the day I die, because what I love to see is potential, and I love to see potential realized. Right? That's one of my biggest motivations for everything that I want to do. Like, if I could, I would hire all my friends, because I know how talented some of my friends are. Right?
Yeah.
I would make sure, like, my brother's taken care of. He never has to worry about money ever again. I would make sure that my entire family, like, when I look at the reasons why I'm doing these things, it's because I want other people to be successful. Because there was a time where I was extremely greedy, where I just wanted money. I wanted things for myself.
Yeah.
And I don't know what it was, but the more I looked at it, the more that I would find, like, how shallow that is. You know what I mean? Just to attain that little bit, and how little it was worth, as opposed to investing a part of yourself into someone and then seeing that person flourish. Even if you're just a small part of that, like, it makes you proud. Like, it makes you happy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because you're like, oh man, I was able to, like, there's an element of selfishness there, but it's still coming from, like, a good place, you know, because you want
your intent is what
you want to
matters.
see, like, I want to see everyone that I know succeed, because, like, that just means, one, I make dope ass choices for friends, and two, like, I don't have to like pity them, basically. Like they're able to, like, strive, like, achieve and, like, thrive on their own, you know. Because it sucks. It sucks when you see someone that you care about, and they're just lost in life. They have no direction. They don't know what they're doing, and you so badly just want to like provide for them and make sure that they're okay and help them find that direction, but you just don't have the resources to do that. All you have are your words, right? And this is kind of an extension of that.
Right.
You know what I mean? I hope my words, you know, get out there and, like, reach and affect and influence people, because at the end of the day, I mean, I will listen back to this podcast, and a lot of this stuff, however it may be for people, is also for ourselves too.
Yeah.
You know, we're not only speaking to people that we know and people that we don't know, we're also making this, like, something that we will listen back to. You know?
It's something that's, like, a really, I call it a passion project, and, like, even for me, there's a lot of motivation in my success with my sisters, my parents, my grandparents, wanting to, I guess this is like a vulnerable thing to say, but it's really, and you know this, is that I really want to show what a good man looks like, what a successful man looks like, one that's honest and positive, and someone that's a giver. That literally, like, genuinely wants to give and leave something better than he found it. To be such a good man that my little sisters find a man that they look at me and they go, I will settle for a dude that's not close to being as tight as my brother. And that's gonna come out, like, when you're a dad. And it's gonna come out when you're a grandpa. It's gonna come out when you're an uncle. And it'll be the same thing for my own kids, you know, and for my own family. You know, there's you know, unfortunately, not a large amount of, like, extreme success in different areas of my life, but it's motivated me, and the failures from others and the failures of myself has motivated me to be more and be a genuinely good man. I got to walk, you know, as you know, I got to walk my sister down the aisle a couple weeks ago, and it was one of the most impactful moments of my life, where I cried, and you know, I'm not, like, a huge crier.
Yeah, I mean,
I cried twice. I couldn't even give a speech, because I was genuinely happy with the opportunity to be able to represent be the man that represented my family, and to be in a room full of people that were most of the people that I love more than anybody the people I love the most on this earth. You know, we weren't able to go because of work and things like that, but most everyone that there was obviously others, but we're all in one room. My parents being in the same room together, my sisters and all that stuff, and seeing
how you acted, like in that entire moment.
Yeah.
And
my grandmother, I went and hung out with I stopped by the house, and my grandparents actually thanked me, and they gave me, I guess, positive feedback is the best word I can use on how I handled the situation, and it just motivated the hell out of me, man. Yeah. It motivated me to just be like, I'm gonna be great.
Yeah, what's crazy is that you're getting that from failure, right? Mm-hmm. And for me, it's the complete opposite. Like my dad was always there for me. Yeah. He went to everything. He did everything, and but that doesn't make me lazy. It motivates me. It almost scares me because I'm like, can I ever be as good as my dad? Like, can I ever achieve that level?
Yeah.
You know, can I ever be that good of a man?
Yeah.
You know, and it goes to show. I mean, we're on two different spectrums. Mm-hmm. I believe, like I said, everyone has that potential, and if like, there's just no excuse. Yeah. Like if you're wanting to do something, you want to achieve something. There's a certain way you want to be. It's all you. Do it. It's 100% you. Yeah. And there's no real excuse for it. Yeah, you can have like the shittiest life ever, but unless you did, which if you listen to this and you did, well, please tell me what that's like.
How does that? I
don't know how that works,
that's
but
tight.
But if you ain't dead and you living and you breathing, then
you get to breathe. That means you have another opportunity.
And you live in America.
You got another moment.
You live in California.
Yeah, you got another moment.
There is something that you can do.
Yeah, you can always make your life better and make it into what you want it to be. Yeah. And I guess with that being said, that concludes this is our third podcast. Third podcast. This one was a little bit longer. We talked a little bit longer, but
yeah, I'm glad. We're getting more comfortable.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we also got a couple more shows coming up. Like I said, we have Fitted, the sequel, which is going to be even better.
Yeah.
We have our cooking show, which, do you want to announce the title? Because you came up with it.
It's a good title, and I'm really proud of it. Our cooking show is called More Than Toast.
More Than Toast.
It's More Than Toast.
More Than Toast.
Yeah.
It's going to be coming out soon. And we are going to shoot, I know we've been talking about it for like the last week. Vibe will come out. I hate that it's like that. We've talked about it so much because I feel like I'm hyping it up. I just hope to God it comes out decent.
If it doesn't, the next one will.
Yeah.
It'll get better each time.
Yeah. So, but we appreciate you guys listening.
Yeah.
Thank you for being on this journey with us.
Yeah. And also, please, don't forget, hit that subscribe button.
Please.
It's over here.
If you don't, Hegan won't eat.
He will eat.
Come here.
I won't eat, but Hegan will eat. Hegan's the...
I don't know if they can see.
I don't know if he can see.
He is the cutest dog you'll ever see.
Yeah, he's my boy, but he will eat. I won't eat, but he will eat, if anything.
Yes, and we will be having...
but we're trying to do this twice a week, this podcast. I know I kind of alluded to it earlier, but... we're wanting to definitely get this out twice a week.
We'll try to get some people on as well.
We want to get some people on. We'll get some guests.
We have a list
for this chair.
Yeah.
This special chair is going to have some butt in it.
Yeah.
And so keep the support. Like, share.
Feedback. I'll also appreciate it.
Yeah.
Hit me up on Instagram. That's where you'll always find me. I'm on there all the damn time.
Me as well.
You can find me on Instagram too.
You can always comment on the videos.
Come on the videos, nice. Something. You know.
And this has been the Toasted Podcast. Yeah.
Audio sync.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was a good one.
That was good.